1. Social dynamics and influences. In every environment, people behave differently, and there are things you can do in one environment while in another it can be difficult. These are called social dynamic rules, but see them as the things that influence people's perception in a visual subcommunication way. I always believe, see the world for what it is, not for what you want it to be. That doesn't mean trying to seek acceptance and approval and crumbling under social, but rather understanding and cutting through the bullshit and fairytale to appreciate people are societally conditioned to be influenced by many things. Knowing these will make it easy for you. For example, people have perceptions when they see someone dressed in a certain way, whom they associate with, and how they hold themselves when in an environment. Knowing these influences will help you to prepare with an understanding to forget complaining about how it is and use it to your advantage. It also avoids you from listening to advice from people, especially women, in regards to how it is in dating, because if you haven't yet realized, women, the majority of them don't approach women, so they cannot teach any man or woman how to approach men. Their world is mostly signals, hints, and a very passive approach. So women do not work in scarcity mode as men do and can sit there with their tits and ass and a man will approach. Men, however, cannot spend time being passive and need to take risks. So be aware of whom you take advice regarding such matters when it comes to social. I never take advice from women in regards to dating, but I will if she is great at computer programming or knowledge-based stuff like arts, history, and other areas like science, which doesn't need her to go off approaching men for dating or taking risks where she has to show vulnerability. Each environment has its own culture, and so in one place you can do something while in another you can still do it, but it is difficult. You need lots of experience if you want to achieve a result if it's difficult to do due to the environment. Have a very high social status, be very popular, and have powerhouse resources. You won't say and behave in a nightclub the same as you would at home, in our business environment, or college, or university. It's a different vibe, and so you need to bring that different vibe and know what vibe it is to bring for each social environment. That takes knowledge and skill, but most of all experience, in which you have spent a lot of time observing and learning what it's like in each of these environments to gain intel information. 2. Social skills and intuition. This is something I don't fake. It's a skill I have developed over the years, but more so because I like people who like to socialize. Therefore, when I walk into any event, nightclub, organization event, or anywhere with people, I don't assume I don't know the people. Instead, I approach everyone or as many people and say hi, get to know people because I want to know who is who, and take interest. When you do, you come to an understanding that human beings observe other people's behavior, and so of course as I do this, others assume I know everyone else, and they do not know I don't know these people. An example, instead of business, let's look at dating. I approach different tables with women and I have a drink in my hand. Me, hi, just want to relax for a bit with my drink as my feet are killing me for a few minutes and I'll be away. As I rest, I also start a conversation, and then I move on to the next table and so on and come back to the same table of women. Me, so have we met before? Girls, hahaha. Other girls in the nightclub think I know these girls and other extremely attractive girls when I have just been sociable. When I do approach the girls I want to talk to, their walls are down due to observing. Pre-selection is not taking effect. No matter what women say and bullshit men that they see personality, they do see other things about the guy that influences their perception. It does influence them at an unconscious level. Being sociable because you love doing so will anyway help you with increasing the perception about you to others. So you need to have social intuition. Be confident to engage people instead of behaving like a loner, awkward as the world observes, and is always defining meanings not just on who this person is but also to yourself regarding what the person means or will mean to them. It's the same for business events or parties at someone's house. You get in there and mingle with everyone and people will observe you, think you're friendly, get along with everyone, and have high social intuition. 3. Leader instead of passive observer. I've never been passive aggressive nor waited for someone to lead. Instead, I would lead women to other women, lead people to other people. In events as an example, as I have got to know people, I would lead them to other people who have a similar interest or I feel they may benefit from each other. As the world observes, they see you lead groups instead of waiting around to let the world lead you. Therefore, be of value to the world you're in. Don't think about how you get some, but look at how you can help people have fun, interact with each other, create groups in nightclubs and events real fast, and get them interacting and people will observe and see. Online you can do the same in creating your group, and I don't mean some followers who vote but a group specializing in something. A group that looks for vision. A group looking to solve a problem and you are leading and developing ideas and moving towards or pioneering towards a solution. You need to avoid being passive and understand the needs of the target niche or audience by doing something also that is around your passion. I don't care if you love pussy, tits, ass, sex, games, or business on something else. Do it because it's you and forget what anyone thinks about what you're into. You will then attract people who are similar in values and desires. So be honest in what it is you want to be known for and lead. Create groups for it, manuals for it, instructions for it, content for it. Different format of content that suits your target audience, an environment, a world for it that works for you and your growing group. For your reality, some things will happen and again the world observes. I don't mean you behave in a manner to please people. I don't give a fuck about pleasing women or their pedestals. I mean, when things go wrong, or something happens, don't freak out, don't let it lose your cool. Your reality is bigger and whatever the world does or says it cannot pull you into their reality and drama. Instead, stay calm, stay cool, and stay collected as you are a leader amongst men and women, and your group needs a leader who can stay calm. You're also human. You're going to lose your cool someday, and if you do, don't beat yourself down. Let it go. We all make mistakes. We are human beings, and we are going to have to grow step by step. That's how it is, but at least try your best. In real life, nothing goes smoothly. 5. Be a leader amongst men or women. No matter what your gender is, do not look at other men or women as competition. Rather look at them as people who have problems, who have desires, fears, hopes, and insecurities, and be a leader amongst them by befriending the leaders of that group. Your reality is bigger anyway. You don't need to fear loss, and nor do you fear losing any popularity as such, because you are a creator of energy, can easily develop new groups, can easily access new resources, can also create your resources. Avoid competing and instead work on the creative plane. Don't compete to impress women. Don't compete to impress men. Don't compete but engage and enrich, bring value to the table, and help those you think are your competition. Get to know the leaders of social circles, see how you can be of value to them, learn what they are doing and engage, and converse without asking for anything back. Build allies in your industry. For example, I don't need to chase women. Due to knowing leaders in many social circles, men and women, and due to my skill in marketing, in sales, being able to develop content that is digital to print content, to design in regards to creating my magazines, many of these leaders desired my help and saw I wasn't competing. In return, naturally, they invited me to many sex parties, many events, met many high sexual attractive women, and so sex is not a problem for me due to these steps and more. As well, they sometimes ask me for knowledge which I give. We have an understanding. We don't compete and instead, we work together as part of a world we believe in. 6. Don't suck up to people. You don't need to kiss ass. You need to increase your knowledge base and your specialized skill and see how you can bring value to the table with mutual benefit. In applying the above, you don't need to suck up to people. Do not be apologetic about your sexuality, your goals, or your dream, but rather be proud of who you are. Only apologize if you feel you were in error or did something wrong. In that, of course, apologize. Be humble in that part to apologize. 7. Dress to impress yourself. I do not take this lightly. I dress in great clothes, sometimes suits, sometimes something else, but the main thing is I dress to impress myself. It makes me feel good, raising my self-esteem, and I feel good about myself. I also know the reality that it does impact how others see me, including women. Any woman who says it doesn't is full of shit. I know it does, I have seen it does, and in all shapes and forms. All of us are influenced at an unconscious level. We say we don't care about this and that, but our behavior contradicts it. So we got to get real with ourselves and embrace the way it is in the world and not how we so want it to be, and lie to ourselves and others. It does not good, and it doesn't prepare the next generation for the real world, like your sons and daughters, who will find it confusing if you tell them it doesn't matter how you dress, be yourself, because it does at a psychological level for them and out there. Take pride and joy in your vessel and your appearance, because it is the only one you got. Take pride in it. Result: I have found sometimes I'd be at a bar, a nightclub, or a large VIP event, and people will think I am in charge. They think I am the owner, and all due to the way I dress, walk, and interact with other people, and I have done my homework to know the people. I have also spent time knowing people who work at the bar. These people are very important, whether they are bar staff or waitresses, and people ignore them and treat them shit. Treat them with the utmost respect and get to know them as they ain't the ones who make the whole place run clockwork. So dress well. Show pride in yourself and your health and your body, and in how you perceive yourself and how you interact with people. It makes a difference. Get those shoes shined, and in doing so, even if you're average looking, you raise the bar, and it will make a difference in how people perceive you in a positive light. 8. Speak and behave with conviction. Instead of worrying about how to say and what to say to impress, believe in yourself and speak with conviction. If you speak low voice and no one can hear you, if you stutter because you're nervous due to wanting to impress others or fear of being judged, you will reveal yourself to be a person who isn't a decision nor a leader. Be decisive when you talk. Show conviction in your opinions and have an opinion. 9. Be in command. When you speak and someone interrupts, don't let them think they can. Take command and let the person know you haven't finished yet. Don't let people interrupt so easily like you are a nobody, because people will interrupt whether unconsciously or on purpose. 10. Have strong eye contact. I don't mean to stare at someone, but have strong eye contact, and it is they who need to move their eyes away. Like when you're talking to a woman. Don't be intimidated to move your eyes from her eyes and face. Be confident and smile. Talk. Remember social dynamics and cultures. In some cultures, looking at a woman's face is not on. So ensure you know the environment and the people you're meeting. Be in the know in countries you go to and places you meet people, and who these people are. 11. Have standards and boundaries. Be choosy whom you associate with. Know whom you bring to certain events and be choosy about whom to associate with in the future. Don't be a pushover and don't be someone who hasn't boundaries. Make these boundaries known and be choosy about who to be friends and in business with, including whom to go to parties and events with. 12. Let go and have fun. Everything isn't serious and life is already serious. Avoid talking about your job, your degree, and how smart you are by proving you know about science, politics, and the stock market. This is not a time if you desire a man to connect with you at an emotional and psychological level. Focus on the goal. Want to desire you, to want to see you again, and to imagine a future with you is going to be incredible. Focus on having fun, because this is the time to build attraction. Make him laugh, flirt, relax, and just enjoy yourself with the person you are with. 13. You can invite people to your world. No need to talk about your world when you have created it, and you can now let them come and experience it for themselves. This is how you know if someone is seriously interested in you. Most women and men ask questions about what you do, your goals, and your purpose, but they don't give a shit. They doing small talk. They are full bullshit. If they want to know you and your world, and if you want to show it, then this is why you got busy creating your world, your social world, your passion, your music, your art, and whatever you are passionate about. This is why you get to know people who work behind the bar, the bouncers, and the workers in a gallery, because you're going to bring the person into your world. They are going to see it as real, and as they see these people know you. Bring them to your world and let them see it for themselves, and see also the people who know you without even saying it. It is far more honest and has a greater impact when they see your world and what you do, what you enjoy, and whom you know. It's also less work for you, and it shows who is serious about getting to know you.